something that hit the community hard. Well, I can't say the whole community, but I'll say the Hololive community. It is not dark times per se, but it's not as fun as I wanted it to be because this week has had some great moments, and I'll go through some of them. But it's also had some darker stuff, which I will also get. Kind of a little organized because of the fact that, well, I'm a small streamer. I don't have a lot of organization overall. That's why I'm streaming. I'm trying to fix that whole issue. But I will do the best that I can. And unless stated otherwise, this is going to be pretty much work of the rumor mill. But there are some things that will pretty much be through Hololive. Basically, for those that do not know, 3 weeks ago, just about 4 weeks ago, almost to the day point, Nakai Hato and Kiryu Koko both had to be suspended because of an uproar of the only way I can call it. I'll call it as it is, and that's why I made this video kind of the title that it is. It's not a clickbait title. It actually is kind of controversial in this space, in the sense that when I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, some people might take it as the whole of the country. This is not it. It is a small, well, it is a very vocal and very well backed group of people that, with CCP's backing, that went through Bilibili, which also has a CCP. Pretty much any corporation that has any type of influence or activity in China doesn't necessarily have to be controlled, but it does have to have some oversight from the CCP. Anything that happens in China is, in one way or another, monitored. Either not like straight up spying, but they are monitored. They do need party personnel in there, not in a controlling managerial type of, but they do need to have them in there, party officials, to kind of basically be the microphone for the party, be the ones listening in and making sure that, you know, things against the party aren't being said, etc. Beyond the politics of the situation, the crux of the matter was Nakai Hato and Kiryu Koko, all they did was show the analytics as Google has them. Google and YouTube has analytics based on country viewership. Once you have a certain viewership, tell something like you can see things like 50% of your viewership is male, 90% of your viewership is female. The viewership is from 13 to 0 to 7, and then 13 to 18, and then 18 to 25, and then it shows all these age groups, and it shows the countries by region, etc. That last part is what got some people's panties all up in a bunch. Like I mentioned, it's not the whole of the country. It is nationalistic CCP goons, pretty much, that got involved in it. They created bots. They changed the narrative up, since Bilibili does not have Hololive has no control over what Bilibili says. It has no control over what happens in Bilibili. The CCP kind of, Bilibili is more directed towards that. So the antis, as they're called, had their fun, and they changed the narrative up. So pretty much the story that the Bilibili audience was told was basically Nakai Hato. They gave her a pass. They were like, oh, she couldn't have known that this was going to happen. Couldn't have known that this was going to something that was going to piss us off. Now, on the part of Kiryu Koko, this was seen because of the fact she is known to be a American transplant into Japan. She moved into Japan. Her mother, I believe, was Japanese. Her father, I believe, I understand, is American. And because she is mixed blood and she has that American in her, and she came from the United States to move into Japan and stay there, they saw it as an American that hates China is doing this to anger and to belittle China. So they went full force on her. Created deep fakes, doxed her, harassed her, tried to make a campaign to kind of split the Hololive community up. It was bad. And the Hololive community is not innocent either. There were some xenophobic comments on the Hololive community for the first couple of days. Not gonna lie. That's why in the first video you'll see on this whole Hololive thing that I've done several weeks back, I waited a couple days because I saw that there was some anger. There was just anger. It was a knee-jerk reaction some of the community had, and while understandable, it was not helping the situation. All it was doing is pretty much the other side could be like, look, we told you, the Americans, they hate us. Look at the Americans. Look what they're doing. Look at how they're making fun of us. Look at all this, blah, blah, blah. Look at all these memes that are popping. So that happened. The community pretty much responded in the sense that was like, what the hell are you guys doing? You're just making it worse for these girls. You're just making it so that Hololive and Cover may have to do something extreme. The antis are winning if you're doing this. And people calm down. Then information starts coming out. The thing is, Coco did her stream where she put the analytics on there that showed Taiwan was like a certain percentage, and then Japan was a certain percentage, US was a certain percentage, the West, etc. was a certain percentage. Straight from Google, straight from YouTube. 7 hours after Akai Hato did it. Basically overnight. Basically, Hato did it, I think, the night before, like at 7 p.m. or something. Coco has her Asa Coco thing at like 6 a.m. Japan Standard Time, I believe, or something like that. So it was not enough time for Hololive for anybody to be notified. She had no idea that this was going on. She had no idea that there was a kerfuffle at all. She had no idea that she was going to get into this trouble. So Hololive, because of the fact they do have a CN branch with 6 girls who are innocent in all of this, they decided we can't sweep this under the rug because Nijisanji had an issue where someone tried to sweep, where basically they tried to kind of ignore it a little bit and just continue on like nothing had happened. It became worse. They're like, we can't do this. We have to show that we are not complicit in this. We have to show that it was not intentional, that these girls did not intend to rile up people. So they gave them 3-week suspension. Harsh? Yes, absolutely. A 1-week suspension maybe would have been good, but from what I've seen from the anti-stuff, the stuff that's being posted from Bilibili, that people that were on Bilibili were posting on Hololive, it was vitriol. It was horrible. It was bad. It wasn't enough. They wanted Coco to be fired. Akai Hato, they gave her a pass because she was the first one to make that mistake, but they wanted Coco to be fired. They continued. Hololive did not say anything. They pretty much were like, they put out their apologies, stuff like that. Got into trouble because they did 3 separate messages to 3 separate groups. Then this week came up where I believe it was Saturday or so. The 19th, both Akai Hato, Hachama, and Kiryu Koko's, their suspensions were up. They were allowed to post again. And they did. And I don't have that information in front of me, but I was there when they both went live. They were saying they apologized to the people that they had hurt. Coco said it was not intentional, it was not malicious, but everyone else thought not intentional, not malicious, just ignorant. And how are you going to know about worldwide politics when what you're doing is you're trying to have fun, you're trying to make people's days better, you're trying to play around and mess around and be, irreverent, all that kind of stuff, basically. The Coco that everybody knows. And everybody that follows Hololive knows. And things went on. What we found out recently is Sivia, which is one of the big Hololive talents, she came out and started talking about what's going to happen. The news that came out through Sivia is that before October ends, Hololive and Cover are going to cut their losses in China and get out of the and in that way, they just don't want to deal with the Bilibili trouble. Basically, every single Hololive girl that went and supported Coco and Hato, they had their Bilibili accounts canceled. Hololive had their Bilibili accounts canceled and deleted and everything, and they were receiving vitriol as well. So they're like, this is not good for our girls. This is not good for our business. This is just not good at all. It's not beneficial to us. So what the aunties said is that they said it's either China, Coco, fire Coco, or you exit China. Basically, they were saying we're not going to stop until you either fire Coco or you get out of here. So Hololive decided we're going to cut our losses, but instead of being assholes, instead of being the corporation that I thought I was afraid they were going to be, they went a nicer route when it comes to according to Civia and according to what has been posted. Like I said, unless it's been verified through Hololive, which eventually they are going to make their commentary. This is rumor. This is secondhand information, even though it's through Civia, which is an actual person that is in Hololive CN and is knowledgeable of all this and was in talks about all this stuff. And she said, let her say these things. They're cutting out of there. They're giving the girls 3 options. They can either become an individual, independent VTuber, keep their stuff, go on and be independent, and basically keep their audiences, etc., be independent to do your own thing, or basically leave as well. They can keep everything that they have as well and transfer them to another company within China, basically do an internal Chinese transfer to another company that maybe they feel they would be served with, or at least be able to continue the support. Because the Hololive girls, they have managers, they have people above them, they have scheduling, they have licensing, they have all these things that is hard for any VTuber to have to handle. They have people to help them with. They have all that support structure behind them. They could take breaks and be supported by a large group of people. That is their second option. The last option that they were given is that they can graduate. They can officially graduate from, in Civia's case, from being Civia, Artia from being Artia, other 4 girls from being their individual characters. They can graduate them peacefully and just, they can make new characters, etc., and move on or go on and do whatever else they want. They also, what they did is that other than the required Bilibili costs, basically Bilibili takes about 50% of any income that comes through Bilibili. So basically, other than that, the girls are going to be receiving, in this time between this transition, they're going to be receiving 100% of what is left over. So instead of taking the Hololive cut, instead of taking the cut for being the agency, because of the fact, I guess they felt guilty of the fact that this was even happening to these girls, they're going to get 100% of whatever's left after Bilibili gets their cut. Right now, so far, from another thread that I read here, through Bilibili and this is virtual YouTubers fan Reddit page, Hits Nejisanji and all these other ones. They are saying that according to an NGA post, which is basically in Chinese, they're saying Echo, one of the CN girls, mentioned during her stream that they are finally able to keep their avatars, and that Echo will choose to become an independent VTuber. So it has been verified, at least by one of the girls, that Hololive is not being stingy with licensing, is not being stingy and telling us you have to buy out your character or anything like that. They're just saying, you know what, because of the situation that happened, it's not your fault. We want to give you the best options that we can. We want to give you the best opportunity that we can to get you out. And they are given the chance to keep their avatars and keep all of the intellectual property that they have. Basically, they're just going to transfer it over, no costs involved. Rosalind, which is another VTuber, is also mentioned on the NGA forums that she is going to be going independent as well in a month. So, and it is possible. Artia already has a Twitch channel, pretty popular on. She may also keep her, everything involved. So that's the bad news that has come out of this. Unfortunately, the restrictions put on Hololive CN and the risks and death threats and actual threats of physical harm that have come through to Hololive in regards to all of their employees in China has told them we can't deal with this. We've already got a black mark in China. Pretty much any girl that is associated with us is pretty most likely going to get mission. They don't want that. No one wants that. Just from a human perspective. From a company perspective, they can decide they don't give a damn and they can keep going because they're still making money. But they were given basically at the point of a gun, told you choose us or you choose Coco. It's one of those choices. And Coco is not so much. She makes a good amount of money for them. She makes about anywhere from $500,000 to $800,000 per chat. So she makes a good amount of money. But let's say that's not a big part. He's more a figurehead at this point of the freedom that the girls, any girl, guy, individual who is a VTuber should have. You cannot sacrifice your freedom to express your views, your freedom to be yourself, to be the personality that you have created in the case of Coco and Hachama, and all the other girls who have come to support them. That's a freedom that should never be taken away. That's you're taking away the freedom to be a person, a human, who's gonna make mistakes and is gonna do things that probably gonna piss people off. I do things that piss people off. This one might piss people off, and I'm fine with that. On lighter news, this week has been filled with milestones and happy reunions and just happiness overall. Today, Gargura, which she's only been available for like 39 days that she's actually been streaming, she has been the first Hololive girl to reach 1 million. 1 million full subscribers today on a Minecraft stream that's having around in the morning, which is insane for any VTuber. I think at this point, of the people that started out originally as VTubers, not talking about people like Pokimane or whatever, that later on became VTubers. Nothing against those people, but they can do as they wish. This is an open community. It's supposed to be that way. We're supposed to welcome anybody who is not toxic coming into our community. I'm not gonna prejudge anybody. Let them come in. The more the merrier. But of the people who started out originally as VTubers to begin with, I think she is the largest. Not by no means is she the largest YouTuber, individual YouTuber. She's probably had one of the largest rises of anyone out there right now, at least when it comes to VTuber space. She was easily getting over 100,000 subscribers a week. That's about 5 weeks, 6 weeks of growth, and that's almost 200,000 subscribers a week. That's a lot. So that is an amazing thing, and she of course has remained humble through, thanking the girls that came before her, thanking her senpais for getting her to that point, etc. Another thing is Coco's going to have her version 2.0, so she's going to have a new live 2D design. The third generation girls, I think they had theirs, not sure if it's 2 weeks ago or so. They had their new ones come out as well. So right now it's going to be Coco's turn soon. And she's being her same irreverent self. She just, did her apology, said, I was ignorant. Let's keep doing this thing. Let's keep doing this thing, motherfuckers. As she says, just keep doing it. So, beyond that, on Hololive, as is expected, they are trying to support the Chinese talents while they are still under Hololive, while they still can. We don't know if RT is going to stay on Twitch. We don't know what's going to happen because so far with the vitriol that has existed, there could be a feeling that you're on Bilibili or you're something. I don't know. I can't speak for the antis the way they're gonna act. We don't. But he's been very active and very memed and everything, and very accepting of the memes and everything with the Western crowd. She opened herself up to speak to the Western crowd and to the Japanese viewers by getting a Twitch, by doing that type of stuff. And I think she has a little bit more freedom because I think she is outside of China right now. She's living outside of China, but I think she still has. Still is a Chinese citizen, but she's one of those. I think she's studying outside of China. I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, basically giving her as much support as possible. He's a wonderful person, like all the girls, and very innocent in this. They're basically putting memes, putting like posts like basically this one is "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." There you have saying it's time, Martia. What does he mean? What we set out to save. Wait, there you go. Let me make it bigger. We set out to save Hololive Coco, and it has been saved, but not for me. You don't mean that. You can't leave. There it goes. This should have never happened. But as fans, all we can do is be there. Balance. And again, moving on to nicer things. Mori Calliope got 500,000. I believe Ina got 400,000. Hoa earlier this week. Put me on that. Or Tuesday. She finally got to 300,000. She had her own thing. She had her own run-in with people who believe too much in this whole say-so thing. They believe too much in your idols. They believe too much in incorruptible idols. I don't know why. Of course, part of it is the fault of Clever and Hololive, where they have tried to instill this whole thing of say so. This whole thing of, oh, it's a good idol. It's, this innocent idols, because he mentioned AKB48. Yagu Tanigo mentioned that he wanted to make an AKB48 type of situation. That pretty much gave everybody the idea that they were going to be innocent, pure, say-so idols. Coco proved otherwise. Mori Calliope proved otherwise. Hololive EN is proving otherwise. But there we go. Mori Calliope got 500,000 at the same time that Gura got 1 million. And people started the memes. And this is Gura hit 1 million. You know what that means? Basically, our all is going to be hit with Hololive again. The weebs are going to hit the R all, and then everyone's going to be like, what the hell? Why am I watching these anime girls? What is going on here? Because, well, we upvote all those type of things. We support our girls, big and small. I always try to support beat overall in general. And these are all the girls. The ones that I know, pretty much, unfortunately, are Sivia, Artia. I've seen these in primarily the Bilibili streams that they show, but a lot of these are most likely going to end up going independent. Because a lateral move into another Chinese company with more restrictions may not be in the best interest of them. They're used to the way Hololive is, and Hololive is very hands-off with their talent. They pretty much, for better or for worse, they come in after the emergency has occurred. For better or for worse, they are pretty much a damage control in the way that they do things. It has bitten them in the butt before, and it will continue to bite them in the butt. But they have learned. They recently have mentioned that they are going after people that they can go after through legal means, they are going to go after them through legal means. Anyone who threatens their talents is going to do the same thing. They're going to do the same thing with them. They are going to change the compliance rules in the sense that they are going to be more proactive in warning girls. Hey, we just had this incident with, like, for example, we had this incident with Hato, or we had this incident with Toa, etc. Be careful. This is what's happening. This is the anger we're getting. Do not go and do it. Say these things. Basically giving them a heads up, which is what they didn't do in this situation. It bit them hard in the ass. And they found out that, like, going back and forth. Let's see. Divya, just to go back to the same things as Divya, this is just basically the kind of person she was. A memer as well. And basically, that's the end of that chapter. We're just going to see how they act and they finally do, and wish them well. Now on to things around, just to actually fit a narrative. I'm just talking about certain things that happened in Hololive this week. It's been a crazy week in VTuber news, and I'm just doing that a little bit before I get into the games. Just one of my passions. So, they hit this. They were playing Minecraft, doing collab and everything. They hit, and what also got hit was Amelia's hard work, where she made a piglin farm and all that kind of stuff, fences. They destroyed it all. Another one just hit a big milestone is Pecora. A lot of people love Pecora. Oh, Hololive is a large VTuber agency. VTubers, of course, being virtual YouTubers. They are pretty much, at this point, the premier agency when it comes to that. All right, see you soon, the calculator. So, Pecora, I believe, is 3rd generation. And she's a very shy rabbit, and her growth has been steady. Nowhere near as fast as any of Hololive, but it's been steady. He's been recently with working with Muna, which is a Hololive Indonesia talent. Speaks a little bit more English. She's been trying to speak English with her, and I think that's what's fueled her growth recently. The fact that she's actively trying to speak English, actively trying to communicate with the fans in the West, etc. She hasn't had any kind of hard hits or anything like that. It's just she's a shy person, kind of like me. I know you can hardly tell, but it's kind of like me. So she hit 800,000. She did a singing stream this morning. I know because I watched it. And if they keep going at the rate that they are going right now, they're going to be, this year in 2024, Hololive girls that should hit, should be in the million subscriber club. One, of course, being Gargura, who's already there. Pecora's going to be another one. Korone, I think, is already at 900,000. Fubuki is the same thing, close or at 900,000 pretty much. So they keep going at the rate that they're going. By Christmas, around there, they should, all 4 of them, hit Hololive, the big milestone of 1 million subscribers. It's a big milestone for any YouTuber, especially for a VTuber. Most of them stay in the hundreds of thousands. I personally do not know of a VTuber who has hit 1 million, especially not as quickly as Garger. Another big one that came right after Coco and when I came back was Miko. Miko, the one down here, she is a shrine. Let me just get her wiki page. Just get a feeling. This is her. She is a shrine maiden, if I'm not mistaken. She's a very bubbly personality. She claims to be an elite gamer. She has Miko's elite English, where she has her own form of English. but she has her irreverent side as well. She she joined Hololive. That's right here, basically her timeline. 2018. Um, it was originally as part of short animations under Holo Anime, and then first year anniversary 2019. This year is basically um, she's doing her first nonstop fest and all that kind of stuff here. She ended up having to take 3 months off because she was sick. She was ill. She was has, I don't know the specifics, but she has, from what I understand, a hereditary illness. Um, and she had to go on a hiatus because her illness made her weak, and she had to get treatment, and she had to basically recover as best she could. She couldn't keep up the schedule that she was having, basically stream every day type of situation, 1 or 2 streams, collabs and everything like that. She couldn't keep it up with all that was going on health, and she came back. She came back, and a couple days yesterday, I think it was. And what Korone, which is this little doggo over here, decided to do, she's like, well, we have to celebrate that she's coming back. Let's probably celebrate that the Miko's coming back, and her health is better. Everything's going to come back to normal. There's a big celebration. She did a huge live where I think she was the first Hololive period to hit 145 concurrent viewers. So that was 145,000. Mistake. 145,000 concurrent viewers in her stream at the same time. So while other people can have more views in total, current viewership means the actual people keeping your stream open. And then Korone, she's new to Minecraft. She started, I think, this week as well. She went into the Nether. She got the blaze rods and the blaze, from the fortress, Nether fortress, and all that kind of stuff. She got the blaze rods that were necessary to create the fire charge that was necessary to create the fireworks. Went through all that trouble, created fireworks, created the launchers, all that kind of stuff. Invited all the girls, basically, not all the girls that were available at the time, which is Botan right here, Shishiro Botan, Mel, Flare, Muna right here with her little dog, Sora, and Korone, of course, all for the Miko to see, for her to see. And it was nice. It was basically a big fireworks display for her, where basically every single girl got a chance to throw up fireworks. Some of them are new enough that they would not know about blaze rods, new enough that they would not know about the whole creating, brewing the fire charge, etc. Although you can also technically get fire charge, I believe, if you trade with the piglins, but that's a little bit more risky because you're using an actual gold bar. So that's a bit more risky. Again, thanking the girls. 35P is the Miko fan base. And this is basically everyone was there. Even pretty much, it got to the point where I believe Noelle was having her new costume debuted on the same day, same morning. She delayed the start of her concert, of her whole thing, because of the concert. Because in this case, when it comes to very popular events, very big events like a anniversary live, that type of thing, they don't want to interfere. They don't want to intersect their type of their lives at the same time. They don't want that to happen. Makes sense. They don't want the viewership to have to decide, do I want to watch Miko or do I want to watch every single girl in JP Hololive? Did that. I don't think it was a requirement for EN Hololive, but I think a lot of them did it anyways, just out of respect for the senpais and the people who came before them. It was a good concert. She had, basically all the JP Hololive girls saying, come back, etc. And then she had Suisei there, Azuki there, I believe. Azuki may not have been there, but Suisei was there. you know, basically singing with her, and she had special guests and all that kind of stuff. So it was nice for the fan base. It was nice. Even for me, who didn't get to see Miko, other than just in clips, because when I got in, she was already ill and taking her break off. So that happened. And like I mentioned before, Usada Construction and Muna Architect, they joined forces, did all that. And yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. And it's just been shit posting after that. Basically, the normal shit posts, like right here with Amelia, hopped into Minecraft to control the little children running around destroying stuff. Guro's message. Like she says, she like I said before, keeps her wits about her, and she's very humble, accepting praise that she got. She says, "Thank you for each of my hardworking senpai and all of you for the dark heart. Thank you." And you know, just regular things. Kiara is going to be having a collab with pretty much Marine, everybody else. Different things like Amelia coming in, fixing her railroad. The shit post that you usually see on our Hololive. But moving on to other things, I did kind of, like I said, I'm a jumbled mess, but what I did want to do, I did work on today, is something that I had not done before, and it is something that in the VTuber space I should have done to begin with. But it is the PowerPoint presentation. Oh well, I made it into a PowerPoint presentation. It's basically my intro to basically your intro to me. Let me see if I can get this working properly, and I will clip this and put it on my YouTube channel as well, in order for anyone that just doesn't want to watch the stuff to see that. Put it on my Twitter, all that fun stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the ooh, it doesn't, but gonna have the, I how to make the slideshows. I am new at this. I am very new at this. So I think it's an F key. There we go. Automatic use presenter. I'm not going to use timings. I think I can just. Oh dear lordy! I am not able to see what my. There we go. Didn't see myself anywhere. So right now I'm going to try to see if it can, at the very least, show something. Oy vey. I'll just have it do any application and unfull screen stuff. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm going to just have it any application, because apparently it's not doing. Play up, capture. There we go, just right above it. Play one. So I'm gonna do everything to display one, because, well, that's what I want to do. All right. So there we go. There's me, Mr. Me, and this is your intro to me. Whether you like it or not, this is an intro. Now let's get this out of the way. I'm the Matt Salvi. I'm a VTuber. Thought I'm supposed to have something. I don't know. That's what they say. I'm a virtual YouTuber / streamer. My name comes back to the original YouTube channel that I had. I basically just converted it into the VTuber space. I originally started as just a small gaming channel, tiny. Didn't have much growth, and I had basically taken a like 2-3 year hiatus where I didn't do anything with the channel. Then I dropped into the rabbit hole known as Hololive. Hololive showed me that, well, you can do these types of things. You can gameplay, etc., with an avatar, and people will actually be okay with it. Will actually like you. Will actually understand you and see you for your personality, not for your face, not for cleavage or anything like that. They'll see you for who you are. That's why I started doing it. You can call me Mad Salvi, Mad, whatever you want to call me, as long as you don't call me an asshole. Birthday of my this is of course going into the rabbit hole, going into the VTuber. Sona's birthday, Mama never told me. She forgot herself. She's a absent-minded squirrel as well, so she had no idea. Age, again, I don't know how she counted, but Mama told me I'm 250 years old. Maybe it's squirrel years, maybe it's human years. I don't know. Told me 250 and whatever. Now, a few of my favorite things. I just used that quote from like Sound of Music. I felt like it. Color, blue. Person. My viewers and followers, of course. You guys are my favorites. You guys are the ones who support me. At the very least, with views, with being in here, with chatting, with everything that you guys do. You guys give me support, and I always appreciate that. And make sure I'm gonna pop into your screen a little bit. Try to keep the chats somewhere I can see them. I switched gears. Yes, I switched gears because I finished with the news that I was gonna say, so I switched gears a bit. Sorry, the cow killer. I kind of bumbled a lot of things. But here we are. Food. I nibble on anything tasty. That would include acorns, leaves, that kind of stuff. Game. Currently, it's an old school game, Genesis game. Monster Touch Football has always been my favorite ones. I like the Genesis football games. I didn't like. I really do appreciate the support you guys give me. The newer football games, I just never got into them. But Monster Touch Football was fun as heck during Genesis days. My favorite VTuber, I can't really choose one. Watame was what got me into it in Hololive. Watame got me into the rabbit hole because I was on call, and then they had a meme of her Gangemari face, and then I was like, this person looks hilarious. Let me go check it out. Then I got introduced to all the other 40 girls, and then I got introduced to Nijisanji. Then I got introduced to Vivid, the VTuber Vivid, and the agency. Then Sundaria, then like Vom's monster group thing. I got introduced to the whole VTuber space, and then the wonderful community that it surrounds it. So I'm just a greedy person. I want it all. I want them all. I love every single one of them. They have brightened this 2020 through all the crap and all the stuff that's happened. Has made it brighter. And that's one of the things that I try to emulate from them. The making it brighter, using my personality, seeing if someone out there in the void decides that I am worthy of their views. So that is what I want to put out there. Lewds, I like lewds. There aren't any of my character. Fans can decide whether they want me to be a wholesome character or not. So far, I haven't been. I haven't looted myself, basically. The personal likes of my character are anime, VTubers, of course. That's what I am. Sleeping. Squirrel's gotta sleep. Sleeping just it relaxes you so. It just time travel also. It just you travel in the future while you're asleep, unless you're one of those that has the vivid dreams. You are not aware of anything that happens. Lewds are always fun. The lewds that I am alluding to are usually the ones that are controlled or commissioned themselves by the character, because that's more control. They have control over how sexually explicit it is, etc. They have more control over it. That's what I like. But any lewd is fine. I am a growing male, so lewds are fine. Of course, eating acorns, playing games, as you can see, pretty much. VTubers, the majority of the VTubers that I watch are though someone was asking, VTubers that I watch are girls. Yes, they are. But there are some, like the Winning Sun, Roberu, and some other ones that I watch. That the majority of VTubers in general, I think, tend to be on the female side. But yeah, playing games, of course. Going back to this, playing games, as you can see. Oh, I find it funny how this ended up being a bigger and smaller version of me. There you go. Playing the games that I have been playing, like Carry On is one of the newer games that I play. Minecraft, I got really involved and really obsessed over Minecraft recently. Other games that I've had in the past, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, Apex Legends, those things. I also Paladins, those type of things. I also play. Streaming overall, when it comes to just chatting, which is something that I'm going to see about starting as well. Just chatting even with one person in the chat, it's perfectly, love it. Ah, you're thinking about Ahegao, which is a part of the lewd, the cow killer. That is a certain subsection of lewd. That is alluding to the whole Ahegao face, and everything is alluding to so much pleasure that they go, their eyes pop back of their head and tongues stick out. Kind of weird, but everyone has their fancy. And happy dogs. Happy dogs are good because happy dogs don't chase me. Happy dogs do not try to. So that is my likes. Dislikes. Called dark, of course, because dislikes. Veggies. They are the scourge of the earth. I don't mind if my food eats veggies, because cows eat veggies and things like that. I don't consider acorns veggies. I don't consider nuts veggies. They're legumes, I guess. But veggies. Beets. Well, radishes aren't. Beets. And turnips and those types of things. Prunes. Fruits and veggies. Well, fruits are kind of okay. But yeah, or the veggies. Drunk people are annoying. Just annoying. I just don't like them. The bad drunks, I guess that's what I mean. There are the drunks that are just like happy and trying to, have fun. But when people talk about drunks, they talk about usually they mean the bad drunks, the ones that you get kicked out. Yeah, the cow killer, the lewds are sexually explicit images, basically. It's a colloquial term. Basically, it's a term that was formed by basically saying it's lewd art type of stuff. It can be either physical, as in like actual people, or animated. Usually when they use lewds the way that I do, it's the animated form. So in this case, it's animated, scantily clad, or non-clothed. Cats, they chase. Cats chase up the tree. Don't like cats. Forest fires destroy my home. Destroy the trees. Destroy my buddies. Buddies have to be out trying to find a place to live. Of course, now we have the cities, and the cities have a lot of trees. And I can be outside the forest. That's good. Insomnia. I need to sleep. But my body says no. My body keeps me up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and that is an everyday thing. It is something that pretty much, I don't want to take anything necessarily. I just try to turn off most electronics at least 2 hours before I'm planning to sleep, and then just get my body to a relaxed state, and then eventually. Yeah, the calculator. That's the way it is. Angry dogs and people. I like good dogs. Yes. Porn and pics. Lewds is more of an all-encompassing. But yeah, lewds usually when people talk about it, it's more pictures and that type of stuff. It's more art and pictures, but the whole lewd, I guess, is a little bit more over-encompassing. But 90% of the time that I've heard people talk about it, it's visual art. Angry dogs and people. The last bullet point here. because they throw things and they bite. I just don't like people who throw things, and I don't like dogs who bite. Basic background is my character, by the way. Not me, it's my character. Character says the character is 5 feet 11 inches, squirrel human hybrid. I wear the skin of my forefathers. But it is beyond this part here. Actually, this part is the upper part is kind of attached to the head. I don't know why some of my fur started growing out this way here, but I think it was probably a mutation to try to appear more human-like. Genes do some weird things, and the fact that my breed with a human was a weird thing. So this happened, and this just became the way it is. Everything else here, even though it looks crinkly and stuff, it's actually attached, physically attached to my meat. So you will never see me with this off. So the eyes, through whatever mutation, decided to go from the top of my head to here. This got basically, yeah, going too far into it. But I'm energetic when alone. I'm chill when streaming. I'm a very shy individual. I forgot to put that in there. And my goals, finally. Goals for this channel. Goals for what I'm doing is hopefully to get monetized in order to maybe up the game a bit and move from the PNG VTuber space of still images popping back and forth when I talk to possibly live 2D / face rig / VTube Studio / whatever other program is used for moving the avatar and having facial expressions, emotions, and that type of thing. Basically, right now I'm doing is voice acting. Not very good voice acting, but voice acting nonetheless. But yeah, so I want to do voice acting with maybe some, and that's not cheap. That is expensive. That is more than I'm willing to spend. That is, let's see, can I equate that? That is more than a car payment. It is about a car payment, about like a Bentley-sized car payment, I think, around there. That is, yeah, that's why I stopped going into the extra stuff. Oh yeah, gonna get to the last one soon. And of course, improve the quality of the streams. With that, because of the fact, I don't know if I had mentioned before. I think I'd mentioned in one of my streams. I'm running on a 2011 PC. It was a way overkill PC for 2011, but for 2020, it barely cuts it. And right now, with everything's going, it's not easy to, improve that per se with money. It's of course no requirement to watch a channel. Never actually ever be a requirement to watch a channel. But that's something in the future. Lose some of the fear of public speaking. The fact is, right now that I'm speaking to you guys, I am the safety of my home, not in front of you guys directly, not talking to you guys in front of a stage. I have a stage here, of course. I have a platform here, of course, thanks to YouTube and the internet. And you guys even being here, that makes this platform possible. But in public, I freeze up. I go into a cold sweat. My voice cracks. I shut down. My body shuts down, and that's okay. But it's a little bit harder. I'll get to your question about how it's so expensive. I'll kind of break it down a little bit. You know what? Before I go too far, let me break it down a little bit. Now that you asked the question, the calculator. The main thing is, as the saying goes, as I heard from it, I'm in IT in my real life profession. I'm in IT, so the professions like mine and that kind of stuff, they have a saying that I've heard some people say. They say, you're not paying me to do the job. You're paying me for what I know. So you're not specifically paying me. Yes, a bit of a debut video. Yes. You're not welcome, Darkalicious. The way we see it is that you're not paying me for what I'm doing. You're paying me for what I know. So in the case of the VTuber space, It's the hours that they're spending to, number one, get the experience to be able to make a good model, do good rigging, do all that kind of stuff. Live 2D is free for the initial part, but if they're doing it as a business, it does have a license fee included in it. And just the hours put into it. They can spend weeks making the live 2D work correctly. I've tried the like face rig and live 2D stuff, like actually doing the rigging. It's confusing as heck. When you're going into it, it takes you at least a couple weeks to learn it, and then all that other stuff. So the kind of quotes that I've seen running around are the higher end professional people. They'll charge you for full, like let's say I already have a design, changing it into the VTuber space, into live 2D, and doing everything anywhere from $2,000 and up. Oh, you froze the calculator? Yeah, no. I think public speaking is one of the main fears that people have. It's like one of the number one fears when people are asked. But going back to what I was saying, on your original question, that's where the cost comes up. If there's some people, there's Fiverr and all that stuff, but even the cheapest bare bones, you already having a live 2D model and them doing the rigging for you, that's it. Yeah, it can be that much. But just the base, I was seeing lowest I've seen on Fiverr is $500 to create your live 2D image. Lowest I've seen after that, after you have your live 2D file. Yeah, time to start charging Dorkalicious. Eventually we'll get there. We'll get to the point where people enjoy us enough that they donate in order to see it grow. But of course, like I mentioned, it never has been anywhere that I've seen, any of the community that I've seen, a requirement. It's always donation. That's why we call it donation. It's up to the listener to see. But basically, in total, lowest I've seen, if you're already having a design kind of in mind and them just doing everything based on it, $1,000 minimum for rigging and creating the live 2D. And that's with you getting your file done and then all that kind of stuff. And that's, like I said, higher up, like for example, the way Hololive does it, with the live 2Ds, the costumes, their setups, everything, with phone and like, because live 2D I think is mainly an iPhone-based facial recognition type of stuff. It can go up to $5,000 to $10,000 with everything included, including 3 or 4 different costumes, different clothes, more facial features, better mouth movement, better eye movement, 3D, live 2D. The actual 3D models you see, like Flare, Pecora, others that have the backing. That is an investment. It's a large investment, and the people you pay that money to, worth it, because when you see the difference, it's night and day from what I'm doing currently to people, even the most basic of designs that are moving. It's already night and day. But when you see it from like me to Hololive, the way that they have it, it's a big change. That's why all that investment. Of course, one big thing for me, and for everyone that I've talked to, like Dorkalicious, Cow Killer. All right, see you later, Calculator. Thank you for being here. Everyone involved that I've met in wonderful groups in Twitter, and Discords that I'm a part of, servers that I'm a part of. It's the community. Community is amazing. Support is amazing. You have questions, they'll answer it. You're having a moment where you feel insecure. They'll be there to help you out, to back you up, lift your spirits up. They'll send memes, they'll make memes of you, they'll do those types of things. There's like one really good one person that's made the rounds, and one person that's done a lot in the sense of kind of advertising and bringing awareness a bit in the smaller spaces is Domo Ariga Thanks. He's basically not a VTuber himself, but he is someone who is interviewer of VTubers. He's interviewed larger, smaller, like Zentrea, he recently interviewed. all those VTubers. He's bringing it out to basically the Twitch space and letting people know, hey, these are, you know, this is the lore behind them. These are the people that are behind them, kind of not actually showing their faces, but like, look, these are people as well. They're not just anime characters that are there for shits and giggles. They're there, they're there to entertain. They're entertainers like everybody else, but they're people too. And he's he's the person who gets bullied, quote unquote bullied by the VTuber space. He bullies himself. He goes involved and gets involved in all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. It's the community is what's keeping me going, to be honest. The people that like you guys that are here, people I see on Twitter, people I talk to in the social media. That's one thing I forgot to put in here. My goal also, as like a under an A part underneath the more VTubers. Get better at social media. It requires quite a bit, I have found, of networking and time involved to network to be in this space, in the VTuber space. If you want to be part of the community and you want to grow organically, I mean, you can always buy quote unquote views and that kind of stuff, but it's not worth it. The part that's worth it is having people be like, oh, okay, let me go check his stream, let me see how it's going, and then pop in continuously. And I appreciate the people that are always here. And every VTuber that I know does the same thing. But I need to get better at it because I primarily go on Twitter, and I'm a part of several Discord. And what I started doing is I'm trying to be more active on that, but it's like I'm not really great at multitasking. So I don't have a good way of navigating social media is hard, Dr. Licious, definitely. I'm doing better on Twitter in the sense that I'm talking to people, following them, responding to their tweets. I don't like when people kind of go into people's Twitter space and just advertise themselves. Come and see my channel. Come and see this. Usually you don't see that in VTubers, but I've seen it in the YouTubers. I've seen them do that. That doesn't go very well. What I try to do is I'm just like, oh, you're feeling bad, feel better. Oh, you showed your Live 2D. Man, this Live 2D is really good. The model looks really nice. Dorkalicious invited me to her Minecraft server. It's an amazing Minecraft server. I'm trying to emulate some of the things that she does on the other server that I'm a part of right now. Kind of trying to move it because I'm trying to make life easier. Because going to her server, you got it set. Like you go into the safe space, the safe area. You have an iron farm. You have a gold farm. You can go into the nether in a safer way. You have everything that you need. You have farms nearby. You have all that kind of stuff, and that's a lot of hard work. And the point of all this is that the Discords I haven't been good with. Discords is one thing that Via is another one that's kind of in the VTuber space. She's kind of doing the whole VR thing. We DM'd a bit, and I was asking, how do I get better, etc. like that. He's like, number one, don't announce yourself, don't promote yourself until you become a part of the community, because then you're just a spammer, and I don't want to be a spammer. Become a part of the community, chat with people, and people will organically be like, oh, okay, he was pretty cool. He or she is a pretty cool person, pretty cool individual. Let me go check out their stream one of these days when I'm not streaming. The problem with me is that I'm streaming every day. I stream every day, twice a day, because I like doing this. I just love doing it. So I stream 2 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Pacific, every single day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year. 2 hours each time. So from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. I stream. 4 p.m. to 5 I watch other streamers and give them some views, and chat on Twitter. Then 5 to 7 I spend time with the family. 7 to 9 I do this again, and then 9 to whatever I just look at posts and whatever, and then I try to go to sleep. So it's pretty much, it becomes and of course all the time in between that I'm not either with family or doing this, I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to be on Discord a little bit more actively. It's hard in the sense that it requires a lot of time, but it's very fulfilling because, like I said, you become a part of the last one is probably the most important one. but I don't know when I will be able to do this. So the squirrel has very limited funds and also has, well, limited intellect up to a certain extent. I don't know how to create a clone army yet, but my plan is to one day. I heard there's something called Order 66, which is very successful in creating order in the galaxy. I'm gonna create my own clone army to execute that order. I don't know what it involves. No one really told me. They just told me that Order 66 was great. I don't know if it's because they were on the winning side, but yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to create my clone army and execute Order 66. First, I need to figure out how to create a clone of myself and make it move and do all that kind of stuff. Then afterwards, that's when I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out on Streamlabs OBS at some point. Pretty sure Darklicious is going to teach me one of these days. I'll force her to do something like that. So yeah, that is what I should have done 4 weeks ago or so, 5 weeks ago or so. But I'm very new to this, and I was Obi-Wan wants to know my location. Me and Obi-Wan, we have a history. He's deadly. I've played Star Wars Battlefront 2. He's deadly. And he always says hello there from a high location. I don't like that. I always like he's looking down on me. But yeah, I should have done this ages ago. But I wanted to get you guys to know a little bit more about the character, about the lore behind it and all that kind of stuff. So any questions that you guys do have, you guys can always DM me on Twitter. My DM should always be open at MadSalvyGame, or just tweet me. Jesus, I'm that bad that I forget what the whole tweeting thing is about. Tweet me. I have on my Twitch, I have my Discord server. You can chat with me there. If you don't want to join the Discord server, you don't have to, but it'll show my username there, and you can just join long enough to know my username and then DM me through. I try to be open, and I try to be as available as possible. If I don't answer immediately, it's probably either because I'm streaming or I'm doing something with the family. Trying to balance both is not easy, but since the fans are taking time to spend watching my streams and trying to take the time to get to know me, I want to get to know the people who watch my streams. Thank you for this time, and now if any of you guys have questions, I know there aren't many of you, but if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask. And if not, then we will move to part 3 of today's. So I will see if Darkolicious has, or if I think the calculators. If anyone else has a question on either YouTube or Twitch, let me know. I'm at the moment going to be preparing the next part of the stream so that this flow. I need to see how the server that I'm a part of. So that should be it. This one, yes, and that's why this black. Would I put my brain in a robot body? Yes, I would. I would not be the first generation to do. I'm never the first to do things. Like when it comes to even graphics cards or CPUs, I'm never the first to do things. But I would not mind being like a Futurama Nixon, disembodied head that can add himself to Spiro Agnew. I want Spiro Agnew to be my body. But yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind doing that. Kind of like an extension. If they found it, that's basically like an extension of your life. If they found a way to keep your persona, your consciousness, or whatever, then that would be that. I'm willing. I'm willing to do that. I'm all into technology and all that kind of stuff. So, how about yourself? Would you do that, Dirklicious? Or do you think that's all creepy? Now, there we go. That is what is being shown now. Meanwhile, we'll keep asking. If you want to keep asking questions, you can go ahead and ask more. I am as open a book as I can be, because I like that. I mean, Hololive, Nijisanji, they're pretty open books as well, except for, of course, their private life. Other than that, like in reality, I would do that. So far it's nighttime. What I need to do is I need to send this. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things you have to think about. You're kind of right on the part, because you kind of have to think about it a little bit. Like I said, you don't want to be the initial person. Dang it, cat got stuck there again. Now there's 2 cats. Okay. We're having more cats come in, by the way. I am breeding llamas. Llamas are great. But yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of hard to decide whether you want to do that kind of stuff or not, because you don't know the side effects, the damages that could happen, the fact that you're losing your body forever, most likely, because organic things do tend to get to decay, and decay is not fun. So there is that part of it. But I'm not that attached to my body. I can do it. I mean, if I became a disembodied head, I think that would be fun, like a fun Halloween thing that you can do. You can actually make yourself the Knight Rider or the Headless Horseman or any of that kind of stuff for Halloween. You could actually go and do that, which would be nice. But technology is doing crazy things. Like I think recently there was a professor who or a researcher who wrote a paper on putting a consciousness into a robot body. That is something that they're looking into as well. I don't know where the llamas went. I was supposed to have 4 llamas. I don't know where the other ones went. Where did the other ones go? Oh well. I can always breed more llamas. You breed them with hay. I also did another thing. I tried to create a fishing farm here. I did create a cow farm in the sense of there's 24 cows in this cow trap. You push the button, it puts in a thing of water, and you just feed them the wheat to make them reproduce. Like I'm gonna do that right now. Move! I don't want you to reproduce. I want them inside. Move! Move! Can you move? Over here. Okay. So I will press the button after these guys get the hell out. There we go. That made them all go up here. And then we all feed them. And once they pop out a baby, you're seeing some of them get hurt. And there you go. That's how you get meat. No cooking involved unless you want cooked meat. Right now we have 52 raw beef, 18 leather, and 5 leather separate. And then you go here, and there they are. They're back to normal. No harm, no foul. That way you don't have to be the one that's going through the actual process of eliminating them. Yeah, I like that because it's less a process of you eliminating them, more of just like it's a natural thing that Minecraft doesn't allow more than 24 of one creature to exist in one block. So I used that mechanic against it. Hey, seriously, don't know what happened to all the llamas. There were like baby llamas everywhere. I don't know where they went, but I'm gonna put it on Discord eventually. Yeah, I don't know where the llamas went. They might have gone outside, for all I know. Basically, I'll show you what happens. I'll just show you what happens right now. Like I said, I've bred them a lot, but I don't know what happens to their actual babies. Is it like, see, you go this, they do like the birds and the bees stuff, boom, they popped out a little baby. There it goes, little baby, baby llama, with all the things that a mama llama has. Look at that, look at that cute thing. But apparently they disappear. I didn't know that. Like they're not around anywhere. I don't know if it's because you can only have 2 llamas at once. I don't know what it is. And these guys have actually come in handy a lot. There have been some Enderman attacks, and they've gotten rid of them quite fast. So it's kind of nice. Oh, let me go to sleep so I can show you the other stuff. I did some simple farms. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I didn't think they would despawn, but apparently they do. Because I've bred them like 3 or 4 times, and I don't see their babies anywhere. And they had grown into adults, and I bred those adults, but I don't see them anywhere. So I have some of our cats just laying around. The bees are doing fine. I found another thing up with the bees. You can only have 3 nests / beehives at a time, or else you despawn 2 of them. So this is a bone meal farm. Basically, you put any type of like for example, I can put the sugar cane in here. Yeah, the villagers they're all in there. I made sure to put that thing in there in case if they ever figure out to open it, they won't be able to get out. Basically, you put anything that's extra. We have a lot of extra, and you create bone meal out of it. So that's cool. This I liked when I saw how it was done. Basically, you put a tree, any type of plant you want to grow quickly. You have that there so it doesn't grow too tall like these things that grow like super tall. You don't want them to grow that tall because then they're hard as heck to cut down. So you make a manageable shape, and then you press this lever, and it starts shooting out bone meal. But only when the tree's there. A little bit small redstone thing that we can have nearby so we don't have to go into where if we need more wood. But of course, if you need a lot of wood, then we just go in. Bees are doing great. They're doing amazing. We have 3 full sets that have their the honeycombs and everything all full. I keep that one away from this because apparently that catches them on fire. And none of the other ones around are getting any sort of beehives. I'm guessing because in a certain block radius you can only have 3. So those are some of the things we have. The bees, because of the fact that there's fire underneath, are also very tame. So I like that. Of course, I keep this for breeding the cows because the villagers are pretty much ready for the iron farm. I'm not great at the iron farm, so I'm waiting for Darklicious to pop in one of these days and teach me the ropes. The only reason I was able to do these little farms is because they were simple. Most of the other ones, they've taken me over an hour, and it's like I do it in creative mode, so I'm like, I can't do it. Yep, trying to make it a habitable place. Because like I said, I used yours as a template, the one that you have on your server. I'm like, I've got to make it a habitable place. I've got to make it somewhere that is, you know, if someone pops in here, maybe new, can actually be there and, you know, live for a bit. At the very least, come out surviving. Now, I found this recently. One of our peoples, don't know which one. And by the way, we have a bunch of turtles, which I also want to make a breeding farm for them, but I need to figure out how to do that. But at least we have a bunch of turtles here. But someone decided to make landfall and invade our space. They have a bunch of stuff already. They already have enchanting table, nether wart, that type of fun stuff. It might be Hikaru. It might be him. But whoever it is using this, the blue tree, and this looks like maybe coral, some sort. I think this might be coral of some. These things might be coral of some. If it is, I definitely want to figure out where the heck he found coral, because I haven't found any coral. Yeah, you're right. For the zombie, because if not, it'll despawn. You're right about that. So that's what sucks about the iron farm. That's why. And one strange thing for me, while I kill this chicken that looks like a duck, that I have found is I have not been able to locate a dungeon. Apparently, I guess not all maps have dungeons, but some do. And here's more blackstone down here. But yeah, I haven't been able to find a dungeon anywhere nearby. Supposedly it's supposed to be underground, but I don't know how to find them. I have no idea how to find them. So our island's big enough that be shared. Yeah, I really hope more people join as well. I've had people interested, but not VTubers, so I've let them know, you know, the VTuber space, because we had griefing issues in the past. It sucks that people end up ruining it for everybody else, but you know, it happens. I want to also, still on topic, still interesting, I want to get a polar bear. And I want to have him inside of our base. Or at least nearby. I want a polar bear as as a mascot. Ender eyes? How do we get ender eyes? Is it through a lot of ender pearls? Basically, we need to start farming endermen, which you need 20 ender pearls in order to farm endermen effectively, I guess. I'm gonna go check this spot out too. Apparently someone else is built. Well, that would make sense how we weren't able to find a dungeon. I wasn't able to find a dungeon anywhere. I like how my my resource pack makes ice very, very ice-like. But this place, I wonder what it is. It is four-sided. It has a chest. People having stuff in there. And a bed. More stuff. Oh god, blaze rods. Oi. That's another big thing. Especially with the way Hikaru set the 3-point whatever it is. Polar bears, I come bearing meat. How do I tame a polar bear? They're neutral. Okay. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's fish. It might be fish, but at least we have polar bears here. I want to breed them and get more polar bears. I don't think we have a jungle, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get pandas. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. But the way Hikaru set the server makes it hard because we went to the Nether Fortress that he found. The Nether Fortress was like 2,000 blocks in the Nether, so it was far, and it took us running with the speed potion, really fast speed potion that only lasts like 2 or 3 minutes. It took us like 5 minutes of running with that speed potion. Ooh, what is this? I don't think it's anything super. And when we got there, there were a lot of wither skeletons, and they mopped the floor with us. He had like his really good armor. He had some really good armor. I had okay armor, but they I think the wither skeletons, besides poisoning me, I think they killed me in 2 hits. The piglins that I did see as well, the same thing, about 1 or 2 hits, and I was knocked out. So it is not fun. And in a regular server with regular everything, that's basically normal 1.0 multiplier of damage, it is still hard to beat wither skeletons. It is still hard to do all that kind of stuff. So I don't think we're gonna be able to get, like, now that I mention it, now that we talk about it, I don't think we're gonna get too far with that stuff. But at the very least, we can do redstone stuff. It's fun to do redstone. Oh, and I also found out that the Endermen can't go past our door. So if we piss them off, we can stay on the other side of the door, hit the pressure plate, and kill them that way. Like, and just start hitting them that way. They can't hit you from there. So that was a good thing to learn. I learned it through trial and error. A lot of trial and error. But yeah, I like the way this has come up, and these guys, they're doing their thing. Yeah, it's near impossible. Like Hikaru said that he went and he searched the fortress chests, and he was unable to find any name tags or saddles or any of that kind of stuff. Because I know saddles are also another thing that you have to find in chests. You cannot make yourself, which sucks. I wish it would change that. But yeah, you have to find it in a chest, and you cannot make it yourself. So all that kind of stuff makes it hard to go into the Nether. Heck, a zombie, I think in like 3 or 4 hits, you're dead. When normally it's like 6 or 7. Enderman, I think it was a 1-hit kill for me, and so was the golem. Golem was a 1-hit kill for me too. I accidentally threw a threw an egg and hit a golem. He was pissed. I thought it was a knight. Yeah, we have this cartography table. I don't think it's. I'm not sure if you've seen it before. Probably had, but we also have empty maps and one map of our location. That's the map of our location. That's most of our island. I don't think there's much missing. I might go to that. There's my another portal stuff doing. I might go to the ice place and make another map. But I wanted to kind of start being able to see what we were doing, where we were going. Yeah, we need a big map. Whole place is huge. Like, I think one of the villages, well, the village that you got, that you went through the nether portal was like over 3,000 blocks away. Something like 4,000 blocks. A long trip. You need a horse and a good boat. Little baby llama. This one, I know we started enchanting. This one, it goes up to level 30, like the level 5 or whatever stuff. But it's all RNG, so that sucks. Random number generation. This one's been hit. This one's been hurt. You can tell. They're not that way. This one's been hurt bad by the Enderman, probably. One advantage of having villagers in your base. These guys actually do a pretty good job. There's 2 here, and 1 at the top of the fortress. By the way, that guy hates me. I gave him like 5 fish, and he does not like me at all. I killed like 50 of these guys, and there's still way too many of them. But at least it doesn't lag when I'm here anymore. Like, I was doing that, and he didn't like it. He killed me. Yeah, the chickens are loud, and they do some weird clipping thing, like if you're hearing that little click, 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 that's just the chickens. If I go anywhere else, it never clicks that way. I don't know if it's the sound file they use or whatever, but it clicks. It does that little weird sound clipping thing. There we go. We got rid of that. So I'll just show you. We have a lot of food, especially with the new farm. We have 2 stacks of steak, 2 stacks of chicken, and the other stuff is being cooked. So as you can see, we have a lot of stuff. We are set for food, at least. I started doing that primarily because I die a lot. And I get hit a lot. Because I go and do weird things and start hitting random piglins so that they start going into the trap of doom. So once you learn that you die a lot and you're prone to being hit a lot, you decide, I need steaks and chicken. I was so ill-informed about this that I didn't know that you right-click and you can just get the berries themselves. But you pay a price for trying to get the berries. Especially if they go on like the inside part. Look at that. But the advantage is that you keep the full plant and the berries grow pretty quickly. Also, the bees have been productive. 22 honey bottles and 5 beehives. Ready if any of the other ones ever go out. Honey, you can either turn it into sugar or you can actually like drink it. from my understanding, you can either just drink it as like consumable, like right now. It takes some hunger and it does some healing, but not much. Mainly it just satiates hunger. It doesn't do a lot of the healing aspects that any of the other ones do. But yeah, we still have a lot of honey. Like the one that's the best that I've seen is either steak or mutton cooked. They heal you pretty quickly. So yeah, it's the same thing as sugarcane that we also have a lot of, that I've been using to make more bone meal. Oh yeah, let me actually show you how effective the farm is that I have outside. The tree farm. It's efficient. It's like in seconds you get a tree. It's really nice. Then you just go shoopa. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And then boom, there you go. You got a tree. You don't have to wait like the whatever minutes inside the server. Just using bone meal to make it grow. And then there you go. And of course each tree usually gives you 1 or 2 saplings, so that's always good. It's a very much renewable resource. What I like doing though is because of the fact things despawn after a certain time. I don't know what timer he set on the server itself, but everything despawns after a certain period of time. So I do like actually destroying these blocks myself. Because I don't want the saplings or the sticks to despawn. But yeah, that is basically just to prevent the super tall sequoia type trees. Since we have a lot of redstone, decided to make some out of it. A couple of our stuff basically. Come out here, move over here. This was just in order for it to get to do the tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Because otherwise it would just continuously just shoot out, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did mention that we have a golem up top. I forgot how to get up. Darn it. Let's go up top. I think it's still there. Yeah, I think he's up here. Should be around here. Yep, see here he is. Two now. We had 1 last time. Now we have 2. So, I see any creepers. Maybe I should open up this area. I don't know. Don't know if you had any plans for it yet, but creepers have been around here, as you can tell. And there's another one here anyways. He has seen a lot too. Looks like he has been through hell. My guess is this is more Enderman based, because the villagers, just by hearing the little scream and everything that the Endermen do, they freak the hell out. So I think this is just more Enderman based instead of creepers, because I've seen creepers on the other side of the fence, not on our side of the fence. So it seems like they have enough light. But here it seems like they have at some point, because like, I don't know if this was you, but that, oh yeah, it's probably here actually, probably burned up thanks to this, but there are potholes everywhere. So I don't know if they did spawn. One spawned before and destroyed this, and I had to rebuild it. As you can see, didn't have enough gravel. Took some of this stuff out. They haven't spawned lately. I think maybe it's because of these guys. I think these guys are doing... Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Now he's stuck. Now he's stuck. Now I have to get him out. Oh god. I don't have a pickaxe though. I'm gonna have to use one of these, but it takes forever. Why are you falling, dude? Based on him, I think they are spawning in, unfortunately. But he falls and he gets stuck. But hey, I'd rather have him patrolling whatever he decides to patrol than not, because I'm pretty sure they've killed quite a few. I think I might want them to get out those other 2 that are over there. They're over here. Because they're not doing much here. Like, kept looking at me now. Reminds me of Wally. Or Johnny 5. Short circuit. I don't know why these guys look like Eskimos. Maybe because we're close to ice now? I don't know. Whatever. There we go. Let's see if this llama stays. Llama stays a baby for quite a long time. But yeah, we have protection now. We have pretty good protection now. Now, I have gold armor, but I don't want to use my gold too much. I want to actually go see, now that I remember, I want to go see how the gold farm's doing. Not as efficient as yours. Hey, yeah, like that. Yeah, there's a lot. I think it's because of the 17 villagers we have. But I'm still surprised that there's 4. Like, oh, 5. Surprised that there's 5. Well, it looks, as you can see, some have fallen. Not as many as I would like, but some have fallen. It's working to a certain extent. And of course, I did this kind of design because when they fall, some may fall over here, some may fall a bit over here, but most of it will be caught somehow over here. Didn't want to do any water type stuff down here because I didn't want to... Come on, get pissed off. Come on, I'm looking at you. Ah! Come on. Taunting you. You should sow. There we go. There we go. He's not happy. Okay, let me go. Yep. Run, run, run. He's gonna pop up. Yep, he popped up. Yeah, look, he hit me a couple times. But right here, he won't. Like if I'm around here, he won't. He hit me 2 times. He caught on fire. But look, that's what I like. He doesn't hit you. He's still pissed. But there you go. Just got the ender pearl. Depends on what they spam like you. If they're just spamming to be annoying, no. If they're just like hyped, then it's fine. I mean, I don't... Spam for the sake of spam is annoying. It depends on what they spam for me, like it. But yeah, if you ever end up having an issue with an Enderman, run back in. Although the hard part is that it's not... I did it on purpose, that it's not a pressure plate, because sometimes the mobs themselves, like when we used to have a zombie problem, the mobs themselves would be able to pressure plate open, and the pillagers were in, they were a pain in the butt to deal with. But yeah, look at them. They're talking to each other, they're chatting. Chickens are doing their thing. Yeah, I think we still have 17 in there. I know I have 17 beds. On the other side of the nether, I let the people go, but the problem with that is I think exactly what you said was going to happen, I think is what happened. Remember you had told me that you think that they might see the place that had beds? Yeah, the random chickens. They go wherever they want. I mean, you could try to close them up, but anytime you open the door, they're going to start just running out. So here are a bunch of zombie piglins. I could shoot them with an arrow and then get them pissed off to get them into the nether portal. But I don't want to. And that darn gas that keeps bugging us. The gas loves spawning right near our nether portals, both of them. But yeah, I think like I was mentioning, I think what you had mentioned to me last time, that you think that they will take the original spot where they had spawned, the original spot where they were bred, as their home, because at night they seem to want to go to bed in their in the home, in the original breeding house. But they can't, of course, because it's not open to them. What I was thinking of possibly doing was taking some, making some beds and putting them in the houses. But they basically, I want to repopulate the village. Why are you pissed? Why are you pissed? Why are you pissed? I got nowhere near you. I was nowhere near you. Why are you pissed? Okay, luckily he can't fit in these doorways, so that's good. Yeah, you're pissed. Why are you pissed? Yeah, I forced them to forced one, and he became a mason, I believe. But when he goes to sleep, he still tries to go into the house, the breeding house. So that's a problem. He still tries to go into the breeding house. Which is my thinking of maybe that's why it might be a good idea to have like beds. I have to sleep because I don't like the mobs that spawn over here are horrible. I like going through the canopy. I like the path you made, by the way. It's a nice path. But I prefer my preferred path is this through the mushrooms and then the canopy. Tries to find the closest bed. Yeah. See, look, like some of these are out here trying to find the closest bed because they haven't slept in like I think like over 30 Minecraft days. So I just want them to keep breeding. They're gonna eventually have enough villagers that they're just gonna be like, what the hell? Like I built a tunnel all the way over here. At least the babies, they can escape and do whatever the hell they want, but I tried to get them over here. One of them did go over here and became a mason, like over here. Because it still has the stone cutter thing. So one of them did become a mason. But the rest have not returned to their... And basically the tunnels are still there. So, and there's still openings to go into houses. Houses still have beds. So I don't know what the heck's going on. It's like you mentioned, the AI is trying to get to the closest bed being there. Probably gonna have to close down the breeding facility. I wanted them to keep breeding. Fun while it lasted, I guess. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I was thinking. That's what I trying to say by ending the breeding facility. Going in there, moving all the beds out. All the beds except maybe 3 of them, so that they can keep breeding somehow. But the majority of the beds out of there probably is a good idea. So let us do this, and this can be just use it. I don't want to break too much glass. I have to break some glass, but whatever. Yep, that's enough. That's enough. I do have spruce slabs, which I'm going to actually put right now. And close this up with spruce. And then there we go. I'll move those beds. I had like 9 beds in there. So that even if it saw a villager close, it would still consider it still viable to breed, is what I wanted. Now, I think I'm going to put one in here. For him, right here. Yeah, I know you don't like me being here, but hey, chill, buddy, chill. There you go. You have your bed now. When it gets dark, you can sleep in here. Darn it. I'll go around. The bed in here. Yes, there is. There is a bed in here, so that's good. I need to make like beds here, like 1 bed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, had 6. Another bed here. I think I'll slowly get them used to like sleeping closer. I guess I'll make some outdoor beds. But I think it'll be funny for them to just like try to go to sleep and then be awoken by mobs. I think it'll be funny. Like it's like a bed here. Like a path of beds. One bed here, and then like, cause they go this far. One bed here, and like, see, look, I did it all the way, man, all the way. Another bed here, the babies to jump on, and then over here, another bed. Just a pathway to beds. There you go. Giving each other stuff. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, the mobs. This is a safe spot for space for the mobs. They can't get anywhere near here, and I made it so that they can move around. He looked like he's jumping on the bed now. He loves it. Down here, safe space. I did that. Most of the mobs, except for the spiders and spider riders, can't get through there, so they're fine. Oh, and the little guys. But it's their fault if they're outside. Like them too. What are you doing over here? There's like a freaking bed over there, dude. Oh, whatever. Bonk. Alright. You're good. Breeding facility still lives. Just from looking at what you did to get them over there, I can understand why it was only 2, and I can understand why you wanted the breeding facility to be closer to home, because it is a bee and a half to move all those villagers without them dying. Number one, they will die. They will definitely die. Without them being killed by mobs. Heck, it's hard enough moving yourself without being killed by mobs. And taking, like, babysitting a villager? That's hard. I really appreciate you taking those 2 there so we can start breeding them at least. Because that definitely helps. How come we have... Hey, Tejas. Oh, Joe's going to be playing another game, Tejas. I always wanted those glow blocks, but... too dangerous. Too risky. I can get them, but it's too risky. It's not worth it. Especially with the warthogs and freaking Enderman getting angry at me and all that kind of stuff. Freaking Enderman, man. Yeah. I'm gonna probably go on another mining expedition for the iron itself. So hopefully we will be able to get the iron. Luckily, iron is available enough that it's possible to not have to run out of it, but we use it so much that yeah, it takes a toll on trying to get it. Like the 190 whatever used most of the iron that we had. The one that's yeah, unfortunately with survival I need a name tag to name the zombie in order for him to not despawn. The game does not despawn named mobs, so you have to it will despawn any other mob I think after like 5 minutes or something like that. How the hell did you get here? Jesus. Things I have to fix. Always things I have to fix. But yeah, because of the fact we don't have a name tag, and the nether fortress we found didn't have a name tag, and this has an almost 4x multiplier on mob damage, it is too hard to go into the nether and actually try to do any of these things. Like an enderman in 2 hits will knock me out. That's true, I can try fishing. But I think I need Fortune 3, I think, in order to be able to get the fishing, and I don't know. Let me just double check. I know I've been able to get lure 2 and lure 3. I'm at 19, so I should be able to see most of it. Let me get some sticks, and let me get some string. Sticks, and wait, string is down here. Some string. Luckily, I do have a spider farm, but they can actually hurt you, so that's something for another day. We have a fishing rod. Enough. Oh wow. Yeah, I think that's why people like when they fish for name tag, it's like Fortune 3 or Lure 3 or whatever it is in order to make it easier for yourself. Oh, I need to get lapis lazuli. I forgot. I'll do it. I'll double check. I have the time. I spend time here all the time. So. Luckily, lapis lazuli we don't run out of because we don't enchant things very often. I mean, it's useful, but we haven't had the need to yet. Like Unbreaking 2, Unbreaking 1, Luck of the Sea 2. That one I want. Because I think that one is actually really good. Yeah, I need to get to that level. I need to grind to get to that level. And by grinding, I mean I actually have to go and to the farms and kill stuff. Because Luck of the Sea 2 is the one that gives you all the extra stuff. Increases your luck while fishing. And second level, I think. And since it's all RNG, all random number generation on what you can actually get, I think I'm gonna have to probably kill a lot of cows and chickens. So, cow farming begins. There they go. Creating and killing, creating and killing. And this is just so they won't be able to jump out when you get that. Crazy how 24 cows fit in one block. And I still have these out here, which it was just in case if something malfunctioned in this whole setup. I wanted to have some to breed outside. But now we have this open space where we can breed other things into it. But as you can see, that doesn't give you a lot of benefit. Move. See, there's the other one. But I think it only lets you have 3. Do I have seeds? Yes, I do. I have 20. Oy vey. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Okay. Where did my seeds go? There they are. Okay. Oh my god. Come back. Come back, I say. Back. 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 Let's breed them first. They actually do. Wow, they actually give it nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go and kill spiders. Like I mentioned, it's not the best way because apparently in 1.16 they changed a couple things. Like I can kill like half the chickens and I think we'll still be fine. Yeah, because chickens don't give very much. I'm just tired of their darn clucking. Yes. But I do like that killing does something. So some of these are going to escape and they get killed. And they get cold, buddy. There you go. I killed 27 chickens, and I got a crap load of eggs, so I'm gonna have to get rid of these eggs. The only way I know how. Making them out here. Because I've already got a huge space inside. And I need space for any spider string, etc. that I'm gonna be getting. Oh, and also the llama spat on me at one point, so that was fun. There we go. All the eggs they had to deal with. This is the only usefulness that the eggs have as far as I know. Get out of the way then! See, I have to be careful when I do this around the golems. Last time I hit him and he killed me real fast. Like, real fast. So we have another ender pearl, so that's always good. Oh wow, this one had a lot of chickens inside of it. So, put this back here. Ender pearls, I think I put them over here. Yeah, I started putting them over here. The spider farm is down here. I don't know if you even knew this existed, Dirkalicious, but yeah, I have a. This was the first mine path that I made. And of course, my luck. There was a spider spawner there. Cave spider spawner. So I died something like, I think somewhere around 20 times. Somewhere around that much. Trying to eliminate the spider spawner. Took a while. But I was able to do it. But yeah, I don't like the spider spawners anymore. But I pretty much did the same thing I always do. Made it so that no other mobs can come in here and screw with me anywhere. The only place they can go are here. And as long as you kind of duck, you can kill them. They will... What this was supposed to do was it was supposed to drown them. Like, naturally. Just drown them. But for some reason, the spider mobs can climb glass now. In the one that I saw, I think it was before 1.15, and they weren't able to climb glass. So now they are, which is very annoying. Look how much they spawn. That is like a group of like 20 damn spiders there. You see how they come down here? Come down trying to get me? That's where you have to be careful, because they will bite you. But you get enough XP out of it. See, like that one could have almost bit me. It almost bit me. They have a good amount of reach. Yeah, oh yeah. The cave spiders will kill you super fast. Have to watch out. Yeah, but this thing was supposed to work on the premise that they weren't able to climb. But that premise is not of it not working in the because as you can see, they've climbed up there and they've stayed up there. What I wanted to also do is maybe use magma rock to get them to fall down, but I don't know about that. Because magma rock will do that. The magma block will do that, but so yeah, it's just waiting here till I get 30 and get Luck of the Sea. Oh, it should actually not be too far. Shouldn't be too bad. But oh my goodness, neutralizing the spider spawner was hell. And then getting this just right in order for it to work this way and them not actually be able to get out. Oh, that took another hour. can see it depends. Knock them off their perch. There we go, another one dead. Maybe I'll use this one instead. Gives more attack. Got enough spider eyes though. We can start brewing stuff if we wanted to. There's another one. There's another one. Been hitting enough of them. Gosh darn it. There's another one. Hey, look, that one almost got me. Yo, 22, not bad. This was supposed to be an AFK one where you could just stand here and have them drown to death. Alright, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Look, right when you said that, I got bit. Yes, have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. There we go. Now eat, or else you will die. Oh, no, 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 not good, not good, not good. Buddy, buddy, you're not supposed to do this, buddy. If only I had milk. Yeah, big oof. Luckily I brought some food. So that's supposed to help me out. I had no idea. If that's real, awesome. Love it. I welcome any fans from any place in the world. Well, now you're spamming. So now, I may, if you continue doing this, I may have to... Okay. It's true? Well, I did not know. I was not aware. I think it's because of the Jazzy. I hope I said that right. Because of viewers like you. God damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. No, 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 no. Stop it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Ah, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, and I spawned over here. This is horrible. Oh, well. To figure out how to get my stuff back. Oh, get out of here. Alright. I'm gonna have to time you out. I'm going to have to time you out. Where are you? Sorry, you were good until you kept spamming. I welcome everybody, but spamming is usually not, it's usually frowned upon. You may not have known, but just letting you know, spamming is frowned upon on most YouTube channels. So that's why I just timed you out for a little bit. I appreciate the notice. If it's true, I appreciate the notice though. And I appreciate you being here. Any viewer that gets here for any reason, I appreciate it. As long as there's no abuse of the system or anything like that. No name calling, no negativity, and please no spamming. That timeout was only for like 5 minutes, so you should be able to be fine. Love India, never been. Love things that have come out of India. Like Buddhism and Hinduism and all that kind of stuff. It's all cool. I've studied world religions in the past. Not an expert. Not even anywhere near an expert. But I like what I've read. Every culture has good and bad stuff. Every single culture in the world has good and bad. Like Japan, a culture that I really enjoy, has its discriminations. The U.S., a country that I live in and love, has a lot of bad stuff in it that I've experienced myself. Unfortunately, human cultures are that way. So hopefully nothing despawned. Because fuck if they did. Where'd you go? I know the spider was around here somewhere. Did it just die? Did I kill it when it killed me? I think I may have killed it when it killed me. I like the reach that this has. Let's eat some chicken. Iron sword, I think, had Bane of the arthropods. But against cave spiders. Come on. What sucks is that all of my levels are gone. That's what sucks. Come on. Ah, you freaking, ugh, I hate you. Poison will only go half heart, I think. Yeah, it'll only go half heart, so that's good. Ah, what is going on? Stop it. Trying to get luck of the sea on my darn whatchamacallit, so. Maybe I should put a slab here or something so that they can't get too close. I should figure out a way for them not to get in. Oh well, I'm not gonna stress too much. If I could kill all of them, I would. Who the hell bit me? When did they bite me? Oh boy. Anywhere. I'm gonna need more food. Darn it, luck of the sea is gonna have to wait for another day. To do something else. Like mining maybe. Maybe just mining is gonna be good. I need to go for things anyways. I need to go for iron and stuff like that. Let me see how long I've been streaming once I get back up. So let's see. Now that I'm back up here, how long I've been streaming. Oh yeah, I've passed my usual block of time. Yeah, there was somebody spamming on YouTube side, so I just stopped them. Unfortunate. First time I've actually had to do that. How are you doing today, Melancholy Mari? Thank you for being here as always. You're always here. I was busy dealing with that guy. Sorry that I wasn't able to chat with you as much as I usually do. Busy dealing with the spammer. Now there's chickens and cats and stuff. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to create well, I created a diamond pickaxe, I guess. I hate to use up diamond that way, but it's gonna be the better one. Just one, not four. Just one, not four. Just need one. Get this back. And then a iron pickaxe probably would be right. Yeah, probably an iron pickaxe. I hate using our iron, especially when it's this low, but it's the only way I can do it. Now it's this. Well, actually, probably is a good idea to do 3. Because I'm probably going to run out of these things pretty quickly. And we've run out, just like I've run out of, I've run out of, well, I was about to say I've run totally out of iron ore. But I haven't. I am fine. How about yourself? I hope you have had a great evening and day overall. This stream has been interesting. When I started with Hololive stuff, which was something I just needed to get out of my system. Then I did my formal introduction, and now I'm playing Minecraft. Good times overall. Going to do a resource pack switch. This is how things happen in this world. There we go. Here we go. Let's get that back up. I am very glad, Melancholy, that you had chosen to relax with my stream. I appreciate it. There we go. I should really drop this off in a chest somewhere. Put it here. Yeah, everything that I'm not going to be using, I'm going to be putting in this chest. Bone meal, this, that. There was some news to be mentioned with Hololive in the sense of this week was a stellar week. Well, it was a great week in the sense that Akai Hato Hachama, also called Hachama. Oh, there's sheep down there. How the hell is there sheep down there? What the hell? There's sheep down there? I need to fix that later. Back to what I was saying. Akai Hato is a personality under the Hololive banner. They have, they had told her that she was suspended for a couple of weeks because of the fact that she had pissed off the Chinese, and Hololive has a Chinese branch. And not so much that they were blaming them, but Hololive was receiving credible reports of death threats against their staff that was in China. So those credible death threats have them take the nuclear route of suspending Hato and the Coco, which is another talent that they have. They went the nuclear route and they suspended them for several weeks in order to wait out the pandemonium that they knew was gonna happen. So unfortunate for them, they had the 3 weeks, but they came back bigger and stronger than ever. And the fan base loves them, of course. And they came back this week, and another comeback this week was Miko, which is another beloved Hololiver. And the week of the comebacks of those 3, Toa, another Hololiver, ended up reaching her year-end goal. She said that she wanted to get to 300,000 subs by the end of the year. She reached that rather fast and very quickly. So A lot of good things happened. A lot of good things were happening. Everyone is safe. Unfortunately, we got news today that, by we I mean the fan base, the fans of Hololive, got news this week from one of the Hololive CN girls, the China girls, that Hololive is going to be closing their China branch. But, and this is a great move on the part of Hololive overall. Hololive is giving them 3 options. All of them will be the best that they can get pretty much anywhere. I don't think any other company would have given them these options. First one, they can go fully independent. And by going fully independent, like what I am, they can keep their avatars, their live 2D creations. They can keep it, keep the names, keep all of their merchandising, all of the costumes, everything that was created for them, for their specific things. They can keep every single one of them, but just split with the company before they decide to split with China, and just do it that way. Or they could graduate, which graduating basically means they quit or are fired. In this case, it's basically quitting Hololive. Their avatars will be retired. All of the merchandising will be retired. It'll be basically like they just graduated school and they're no longer a part of the organization. That's another route, which is a route not given to many, and a lot of times you just get terminated, and that's just it. That's all you do. Terminated. And the last one is Hololive, with the connections that it has, can help the girls transition to another company. So that means still same thing, keeping all of their stuff, keeping all of their intellectual property, because usually what ends up happening, yeah, you're right, it is very nice of them. Usually what ends up happening with companies when you split in the corporate world, which is what I thought Hololive was going to do, because they're corporate, they're a corporate entity, they're a corporation. So I thought they were just going to play it by the book, is usually the book says you get some kind of compensation for all the work that you put in to make the specific things. But in this case, they keep the IP. They wouldn't have to buy out their IP, which is what I was fearing they were going to try to do. And another big bonus for them is every single cent that they earn outside of the required, because in China, in order to go on Bilibili and to actually, get any money, it's kind of like what happens with YouTube over here. YouTube gets 30%. And Bilibili gets 50%. Difference is, YouTube gets 30%, and the rest of the money they send it to you as a contractor. So you get taxed higher. Bilibili does 50% after taxes. So you already get taxed, and Bilibili gets the 50% after you get taxed. So the cuts are just about the same, in essence. But other than that requisite 50% that Bilibili needs to get, because that's just the way things work in the corporate world, Hololive has promised the girls, we will not take a cent beyond that. We will not take our cut. Usually Hololive does a 30% cut as well. They're like, we will not take our cut. You do not owe us anything. You can just leave. You can just be done. Whichever choice you do, any money that you get from now to when we no longer are in China is yours. 100% of that is yours. And that is great, because that can be the difference between surviving and, making ends meet and not making ends meet. That is basically like they gave him a raise. Basically, that's what they just did. They just gave the girls a raise. They told them, here, we're sorry for what happened. We're sorry that you got dragged into this. That is not your fault. The least we can do is make sure that you are taken care of. Is honest with you, unheard of in any place. I have not heard of another company doing that. But so far, from what I've heard, 2 of them have decided to go independent, which means they're going to keep their Bilibili accounts, all that kind of stuff. But now they deal directly with Bilibili. They deal directly with scheduling. They deal directly with any kind of licensing issues, any kind of which we're talking about China, so they don't really care about IP rights very much. But the girls do, because the girls want to be worldwide. But China itself, Bilibili won't care about licensing. Bilibili probably won't even do any, even if they send a request to, you know, to take stuff down, Bilibili probably won't do it. But, so that's the only downside that I see. They are going to have to deal with everything. All the good and all the bad that comes along with being a VTuber, which I have experienced myself. It is copyright takedown notices, all that kind of stuff. Dealing directly with rights holders, which they know they have the upper hand. They know they have the money behind them. They know they have the huge team of lawyers, so they abuse their power. And that's something that unfortunately the girls are now going to have to deal with. And they're going to have to deal directly with the Communist Party of China and any requests that they have, any demands. Well, Communist Party doesn't request, it demands. Any demands that they have with, oh, you need to do your streams this way, you need to not say this ever again, you know, that type of stuff. They have to deal with all of it, which is a problem. But it's a problem that they're going to have to face if they decide to continue. But the reason why they split, the reason why Hololive had to do what it had to do, was that unfortunately the Communist Party and the people that their attack dogs that they sent to basically stream at Hololive and tell Hololive, you know, you have to do this and that, said you either fire the 2 people involved, just straight out, you either fire them. Yeah, that would be a Hololive, yep. They said you either fire Coco, which was the one that they were more angry at, because she's half American, so you know how the Chinese feel about America. They don't like us. Because we're very boisterous and we're very open about how we feel about other places. So that bites us in the butt many times. But because she was half American, they took more offense to what she said, and they felt that she said it with malicious intent. All she said was she did her analytics show, basically a show that it's called Asakoko Review, basically like a news show for VTubers. And she showed her analytics, which I understand the company doesn't like that. That part I understand. But she just showed analytics that show that Taiwan was one of the countries that watches them. Over here in the West, we see Taiwan as an independent, democratically controlled nation with a democratically elected leader. In China, though, they see them as a wayward province that is rebellious wayward province that needs to be reunited with the mainland soon. And they have missile batteries and everything pointed at Taiwan for like 40 years, trying to get them to come back. And just by mentioning those analytics with stuff that YouTube gives you, which was the country, got them in trouble. And basically said, China basically said it's either us, either you get rid of Coco or you're no longer in China. Hololive, because I respect them for what they did. I hope it was because of freedom of expression of their talent, the freedom to also manage their talent how they feel fit. They decided, okay, well then we just won't be in China anymore. It's fine, we'll leave. You aren't a big market yet. You aren't a huge source of money for us. The West, especially now. Yeah, it really does. Especially now with Hololive EN. It's crazy how they've grown. It was an experiment, pretty much. Coco, Kiryu Coco, the dragon VTuber, she was pretty much the gateway to the West, in the sense that she brought in a lot of Western people because she spoke English. She translated a lot of things. she's self-translated, self-captioned type of deal. So people were like, "Oh, I can listen to her even in the background, and she'll let me know what it is. I can passively view her." And she's very, Hololive is very hands-off, like I mentioned before, with her talent. That's how come you have Coco, who what she'll say in her Coco, Asa Coco, the news review thing that she has. She'll start it off was like, "Get the fuck out of bed, motherfuckers." She'll start that. And in Japan, it's like, "Whoa, cursing? What the heck is that all about?" In the US, cursing? What the heck is that all about? But they let them do that. Hato, in trying to learn English, the first kind of thing she learned is "fuck you" and "fuck me." And she learned those two things pretty quickly. And that's because they have the freedom of expression. They have the freedom to maybe express a little bit of their personality in their avatar. Of course, the avatar, the persona, is supposed to be someone different. It's not the voice actress behind Akai Hato that is there. It's supposed to be the character she created, Akai Hato, who is now Hachama. Basically just a crazy woman. It's supposed to be her, not the other way around. So I'm glad they did that, because basically, unintentionally, they did a move for democratic freedoms. They did a move for democratic rights. And a move to basically show Taiwan, hey, you know what? We're not going to let ourselves be bullied by the Chinese. We know that you are an independent nation. We're not going to get into politics of it, but you know that is part of her charm. Absolutely. Her charm. She is Kaicho. See, she is the dragon mafia leader. That's what everyone sees her as. If you looked at the memes and the art that was done when she was gone, it was all basically like waiting for the mob boss to come back, waiting for the mafia boss to come back. When she came back, one of them did "Welcome Back, Kaicho," which was basically a bunch of mobsters. You know how in the movies of the Yakuza, bending down and bowing to the mob boss. That's basically what they did. They had, you know, basically a bunch of guys, which was like us, the fans, bowing and welcoming her back. And to be honest, like I've said before, I said in my Twitter, I was like, I don't know. I think in my old age, I've gotten way more emotional than I usually get. I was teary-eyed when she came back. I was like, yes, she got back. She didn't get punished as badly as I would fear she would get punished. She didn't have to suffer. She didn't. And when she came back with her same demeanor, when she came back with her same irreverent attitude, I was like, yes, that's the Coco I wanted to come back. That's the Kaicho I watch, you know, every time I freaking, you know, wake up on time and make sure that I'm watching her collabs. I'm watching everything she does. You know, Asakoko with her the welcome back stream of Asakoko, she debuted Asakoko University. Basically, she made a fake university to get people addicted to her name brand drug, Asakoko. So, you know, things like that. I'm actually surprised that a company would let someone do that, but that's one of the good things that Hololive has. It's bit them in the butt, but I'd rather have it this way than any other way. And the reason I say it's bit them in the butt is that they've had a lot of hate coming their way. A lot of hate. Because they've given so much freedom to their people, and the whole idea of say-so was thrown out the window. So yeah, they were like, the idols aren't say-so, look at that, look at this irreverent dragon, look at Hachama, who is freaking memeing up things, look at all these people cursing up a storm, look at all of them not respecting, you know, decorum, that type of stuff. That is the charm of Hololive. Not everyone has that. Niju Sanji is a little bit more heavy-handed in the way that they treat their talents, not necessarily in a bad way, but they have learned the lessons of that Hololive has personally, and they want to make sure that their talent is not mistreated. So I understand that sense. But you can get away with stuff in Hololive that you cannot get away with in any other V2 studio. And going back to Hololive again, the reason why I say they found it too valuable, and being censored in China means pretty much you're going to be censored everywhere else. Hololive EN, Bargura, which is one of the 5 that was there, he's already at 1 million subscribers after 39 days after he debuted. In a month, less than 2 months, he has less than a month and a half even. He has gotten to over 1 million subscribers. The first Hololiver to do it. The first VTuber starting out as a VTuber that I know of to do that. And that showed there was a market, there was a need for what Hololive can provide. And the audience was very receptive to what Hololive had to provide. And now thanks to that, we have our Hato back, we have our Kaicho back, now we have Miko back. Oh, I was able to get 300,000. Ina Nice, whatever her name is, the octopus one, he got 400,000 subscribers. Mori Calliope, the rapping god, the like Shinigami thing, he has 500,000 subscribers. It's insane. It's going pretty crazy. Their growth is just absolutely, for me, unmanageable. I did not expect any of them to grow as they did. Maybe 300, 400,000 subscribers. I was expecting something in that range. Bargura getting all the way to 1 million, almost in lightning speed, pretty much. That was crazy. But that's what got me into this whole thing. So I really do appreciate the sacrifices and the shoulders that I stand on to even make this acceptable. Because if it wasn't for Hololive and the girls overall, and things like Niju Sanji and other places like that, what I do would just be seen as some creepy dude on the internet doing something with an anime avatar. You know, some weeb, some nerd, trying to pretend he's, you know, a squirrel. You know, so, I mean, there's still people who think that now, but there's an audience that I can reach. That if it wasn't for Hololive, for Suisse, for, you know, other independent VTubers that started around the time the Hololive started, around 2018, 2017, yeah, this wouldn't be acceptable. Things like Project Melody would never have happened. Things like Neanners and Silverveiled and Treya, all those, they wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have gotten as popular as they have. People wouldn't have actually been able to make this into a career. Some people make good money on this. I think every year, in profit, Hololive does millions just in profit. Freaking Coco gets somewhere between $500,000 and $800,000 a month in super chats. That's an insane number. But that's also because some people give her $500 each time she fucking's there. You have raining super chats everywhere. Same thing that Mori Calliope gets. One day, Melancholy. One day. When the gods see fit for me to be monetized, I will be happy when I get $1 in super chats. It will happen. It will take a while, but it will happen. Will not give up. So I need to buy a Kit Kat bar. That's what I'm saving up for. Thank you. I hope so too. I'd like to make this a career. I'd like to make this something sustainable. And of course, whatever I receive is gonna go into improving the channel in the sense of getting me better equipment. Maybe, hopefully going to live 2D eventually, like something where I can have my speaking, my actual, you know, avatar have smiles and frowns and all that kind of stuff. Make it more human-like in the way that it moves, outfits and all that other kind of stuff. this one's fine. Change this for this. Okay, that one is not done yet. Turning off. Done. Here. Five more. And the 100 or so iron that I got. Since we can't build an iron farm because we don't have any name tags, I died, so I don't have any ability to get name tags because I can't do Luck of the Sea anymore. So, yeah, 3D avatars are nice. 3D avatars are nice, but if you don't do them yourself, they can be quite expensive. Which is why I haven't done it yet. PNG was reasonable price. Person who did it, or as the VTubers call it, my mama, the mama of the drawing, was very nice, and she actually did the smiling one that comes on when I talk, or the smirk. She did that one for free, so that was very nice of her. She just asked me to be patient, that she just needed some extra time because she had some other stuff to do, and I was like, all right, it's for free. I'm not gonna rush you. She did it. It was cool. Yeah, they're pricey. Like, if you go to a well-known one, they can be, like, for good Live 2D with movements, outfits, etc., 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 up to $2 grand. Or more. Like the ones that Hololive gets with, you know, 3D avatars and all that kind of stuff, it's 10 to 15 grand. Well, I was talking with another VTuber who does this stuff. She charges about $2,000 for the full everything and support afterwards. Which, I mean, when you pay for these things, you don't pay so much for what you get. You're paying for the experience of the person doing it. You're hopefully experienced. No, you are paying for like the quality you get, of course, but you're not paying for so much time as what the person. Where the hell did that llama go? There was 3 llamas. The experience that the person has. No, yeah, on Fiverr, I know there's some people that do it, like on Instagram, etc. There's some people that can do it maybe 500. Maybe full Live 2D with, you know, all movements and stuff like that, like really expressive movements, maybe 1,000. Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes it is good to save for those kind of things. It's responsible of you to save and not just splurge. Very responsible. You. I don't know why. Punching chickens. I swear this is not what I do in my spare time. Just right now because they're bugging my cat. I don't know why the cat decided to sit in water, but it did. Don't bug my cat. Can't move because of you. Do what you gotta do, kitty. There we go. Now let's get these eggs and this stuff out. And darn it. Can't. Ah, darn it. There we go. Get this stuff out. So, get rid of these. I always have to be careful of that darn golem. Why, when I breed you guys, I've bred you like 3 times, do your children disappear? Why do your children disappear? They're there for a bit, and then they're gone. Do they get like sent into the underworld or what? Because you had a child. Oh, you had a child, and he grew up, but he's gone now. Oh, very nice. Yes. From what I see, yes, definitely talented mama. I'm not giving you anything. You guys are annoying. Go out to the farm. The many farms. Bone meal farm. Well, I can't really do much there, can I? 6 bone meal, that's fine. Bees. The bees are doing fine. Oh! Got more of these to cut. Get rid of this then. I got that done. Yeah, these are some farms I made. Bone meal farm. This is a tree farm. You put the little sapling here. Has a bunch of bone meal in here, which is usually used to grow plants and stuff. And the dispenser shoots them out on time. Oh. Once this is pressed, you can see it shoots it out this way. But only when there's, it does a tick-tock type thing, but only when there's a tree here. Why are you outside? They hit you. You need to learn a lesson. Where are you? Let me eat you. There you go. Cats apparently are good to keep because of creepers. Creepers apparently don't like them. That's a good thing. I need to put a chicken away, and I think that's gonna be it. Well, this is the end of this chapter of the story. I am going to take out some of the... Oh damn, I need to download it then. Darn it, I didn't record just the regular stuff. Well, I'll download my live stream whenever it's ready, and then hopefully by tomorrow I'll have the introduction up as a separate video. So I will see you, Hololive Mari, hopefully tomorrow, and anyone else who is on either YouTube or Twitch. See you guys tomorrow. 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. are the times that I usually stuff. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Really appreciate you stopping by, Melancholy Mari. Also, the Cow Killer, Darkalicious, Adjusty as well. All you guys, thank you for stopping by. Even though most of you aren't here anymore. But thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I will be seeing you guys next time. Matt Salvi. See you later.